What's up YouTube? For today's video, we're with full Sandstream ability Pokemon team. J Spark, this one is for you. So we've got 4 Pokemon here with the Sandstream ability. We've got Gigalith, Tyranitar, Hippopotas, and Hippowdon. Now, this is a team of 4 Pokemon. I had a couple of memes, and I had some a little bit better sets to balance out only having 4 Pokemon. If you do want your own custom theme team or Pokemon sweep, you can check me out at patreon.com/PIMPNITE. The link is in the description of the video. Tier 2 and above. Today, I've got 3 battles, and I really hope you enjoy them. We're going to mix the battles from the Wacom and from my stream. The first battle here, this one was against Zan, and we've got a very interesting team right here. Now, this was kind of a tricky team to use, partly because of the sets that I used. I had some pretty decent sets on 2 of my Pokemon, and the other 2 were sort of memes, but it was quite hard to balance the team out, as you'll soon find out. So we've got a Sandstream Hippowdon, and this is going to be a special set, right? I could have used this in the past, don't quote me on it, but I may have, right? So we've got Weather Ball here to make use of the sandy weather. We got Round with Throat Spray, we got Earth Power, and also Scummy Water, right? I've got a max special attack, max health Hippowdon here. Now, firstly, what you want to do when you're facing a shiny Dragonite is take it out ASAP here. Now, this was a troll set, this Dragonite. I just got a feeling I'm probably going to get destroyed. Usually, people like to do like one-hit KO moves against me, or try and use like, Attract, Confusion, like all the status in the world. I'm used to it, right? I dish it out myself, and people like doing it to me. So I got to expect it, right? So the Dragonite is going to have the Whirlpool here. It's also going to have Mud Slap. So I'm trapped in, and I'm going to get mud thrown at me. So this is a Weather Ball set there. I've got +1, does really big damage to Dragonite considering Hippowdon's low special attack. And it's about a 2-hit KO here, right? So I'm trapped in at this point. I don't really want to swap out, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. And Dragonite is constantly throwing little bits of mud at me. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it is dropping my accuracy, right? So I'm going to go for a Weather Ball there, and Weather Ball is going to connect on the Dragonite, and that is going to take it out. Now, Weather Ball in the sand turns into a Rock-type move there. That's why it was super effective. So I thought the special Hippowdon was pretty cool, right? Next Pokemon to come in, it's called Salt and Vinegar. It's Appleton. And I'm a little bit curious what this set's going to be. I know it's going to make me salty, judging on the name, right? So going for Weather Ball, and it misses. I'm like, yes, it's got Bright Powder or lacks Incense. It's absolute scum. Here comes Apple Acid, and Hippowdon is going to be going down. Now, this Pokemon was really scary, right? When you think about the 4 Pokemon I showed you at the start, they're pretty much all weak to it. So I gotta swap something in here to actually is going to do a fair bit of damage. This is a weakness policy, a physical sweeping Gigalith. We've got Automize, Stone Miss, Superpower, and Explosion. I've got Max Attack and Max Speed, and I've also got Jolly Nature, just to make sure I can outspeed stuff. Even sometimes I would still get outsped here. So, we got Salt and Vinegar going for an Apple Acid here. It does a lot of damage to me. It doesn't take me out, though, but man, that really hurt. That's going to drop my special defense, obviously, but the most important thing there, it is going to activate Weakness Policy, which is going to allow me to hit really, really hard. Now, out of the Pokemon on my team, I'd say Gigalith and Tyranto were my best Pokemon. Hippowdon and Hippopotas were a lot more like the meme sets. So I have to go for Dynamax here. There's no Pokemon on my team that will be able to take this Appleton out in one shot, apart from Gigalith. And I need like a weakness policy boost to do that. But I needed to get the Rock Polish up, not the Rock Polish, the Automized before I actually did that. So go for the Dynamax Gigalith, a very, very cool looking shiny as well. And I'm going to take this out with a very powerful Stone Edge, or Stone Journey, as you would say. Stone Journey is our cousin right there. Now, we're going to go for Max Rockfall here, and this is going to do heaps and heaps of damage. Gigalith's got a lot of attack stat there. So, when I got this set working, it was good, but the thing is, like, I could have Sturdy on this, which would have enabled me to get the Rock Polish Automized off, Speed Boost off every single time. But since I had Sandstream, right, it wasn't always guaranteed, and a lot of time I'd get destroyed, right? So I can't use anything here but the Max Rockfall, and we got the Alcremie coming in here. Alcremie is going to be G-Max Alcremie. It's like, okay, well, this is going to do a lot of damage, but Alcremie's quite bulky, so I wonder if this will be, I reckon it'll be about a 2-hit KO. That's what I was thinking, right? Now, I actually need to do, that actually really jogs my memory, I need to do a G-Max Alcremie sweep and a Appleton sweep. I have done them, but I haven't, I think I used them, but without the G-Max a long time ago. Anyway, Stone Journey's cousin is going to get dropped on a big old birthday cake, and a one-shot's that. Holy smokes. this Gigalith is pretty crazy scary once it gets all of its boosts up, right? I needed to have at least 1 to 2 good Pokemon on this team too, because the other were really passive. Plus, I only had 4 Pokemon to work with, right? And when you're on the wire column versus sweaty teams, you need to have something with a little bit of sweeping capacity. Okay, so in comes Gardevoir there. It's going to trace my Sandstream. How could expose? Dropping Stone Journey's cousin once again there. And the Gardevoir has got a Focus Sash. So I was like, okay, I might be able to live this attack what it does, but instead of attacking me, it uses Confuse Row. This is another troll set. So Gigalith is going to be confused there, and Gardevoir, well, Gardevoir is going to go down anyway to the sand. So bye-bye Gardevoir, but Gigalith has taken out, wow, a lot of Pokemon so far. Next Pokemon here is the Liepard. So it's like, okay, this might be able to outspeed me with Prankster if it's got that. It's a pretty fast Pokemon anyway, right? And it has a lot of priority too. Now, it's going to be clapping me there with the Fake Out. Doesn't do much damage to me all there, and I'm going to be flinched there. So a little bit of Sandstorm damage, of course, on the Liepard, and it's going to have Sucker Punch there. So Fake Out and Sucker Punch is going to take out my Gigalith. So, I mean, if I didn't have my Gigalith there, I believe I would have definitely struggled against, especially Alcremie and Appleton. So I was glad I was able to take out, enough Pokemon with that. So we're going to go to Hippopotas now. This is a little Everlight trapping set that I've used for many, many years. It works very nicely all around the board. We've got max health, and I've also got max special defense here. You could split the defenses if you want to. It's pretty much all up to you what you want to do with the EVs. We've got Slack Off, Toxic, Sand Tomb, and Protect, a classic PIMPNITE trapping set. It works pretty well, to say the least. So we're going to go for a Sand Tomb here. Here's a Fury Swipes Liepard. It only lands 2 hits on me, and I got flinched. It's a King's Rock Troll set on your PIMPNITE channel here, people. So Sandstorm still doing a little bit of damage. Now we got the Liepard going for Taunt. This is actually really bad because I can't use Slack Off. I can't use Toxic. I can't use any of that sort of stuff. So the only move I can do really is Sand Tomb. So here comes another barrage of Fury Swipes here on my little Hippo. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it may flinch me, and it does again for the second time. So if I kept getting flinched here, and I can only use Sand Tomb, and it's pretty dodgy in accuracy, it might be bad. But thank goodness I land a Sandstorm here. Not a Sandstorm, sorry, I'm getting my sand moves mixed up there. A Sand Tomb. The cool thing about this set, right, is you've got the Sand Tomb doing damage, you've got the Sand Stream doing damage, right, and you've also got the Toxic doing damage, and all that time you can use Slack Off as well to get your health back. So it's quite a good set. I mean, it's not infallible. It can be one-shotted and stuff like that. But if the Pokemon isn't a really, really hard hitter, doesn't have a move to boost its stats at all, it can work a lot of the time very nicely. So the sand has gone once again. We got another Fury Swipes here from the Liepard. My health is actually starting to get quite low at the moment, and I was a little bit worried I was going to lose to this meme set. So that's a 3 there. That was 2 crits in that set too, and I didn't get flinched. Thank goodness. I was expecting a flinch there, then followed up probably by, I don't know, a Sucker Punch just to finish off my Hippopotas there since I was taunted, right. Alright, so Liepard's down. The last Pokemon here is the Heatmore. It's called Barbecue. I haven't had a barbecue for a hot minute. So it's going to go for a Bug Bite here. Bug Bite is not going to take me out, and I don't have a berry for it to consume. So I'm going to be able to get another Sand Tomb up here on the Heatmore there. So Heatmore is going to get some damage here. It's got the leftovers as the item, so it's a bulky set. I'm not really sure. So it's got Bug Bite. I'm assuming it's got some sort of fire move on it too. But as for the EVs, I don't really know. It might still be a sweeping set just with leftovers. It might have Substitute or something like that. I don't really know. So Hippopotas is going to go down to a Fire Lash there. So by my Hippopotas, I've got one more Pokemon left there, and this is Tyranto. So this is the other good set on my team. It was a D-Dance Tyranitar. So I really had to run this set because if you look at this team, right, it's very weak to, like, water-type moves. So I have to be running a D-Dance set with Thunder Punch on here and just some coverage moves. I also put Rock Slide on there so I can maybe flinch the opponent too. So I'm going to get outsped by the Bug Bite there from the Heatmore, and it's going to eat my Choppleberry. Did that Choppleberry... what would a Choppleberry even taste like? Someone describe that in the comment section. Anyway, so go for a Dragon Dance there. This is max attack and max speed, a Tyranto. It's not the super fastest Pokemon in the world, even after a Dragon Dance. And I'm going to be able to go for a Rock Slide here, but I was like, knowing my luck here, it could pack superpower. You never know, right? So a Refining Time move. Let's go for Crunch, and let's not miss, right? And that is enough to take out the final Heatmore there. But a very cool team there, Zan. I very much like that team. Hope you enjoyed the very first battle there. Gigalith pretty much Gigalith pretty much won me the game there. The thing is, if I didn't get the weakness policy on the Gigalith, I think I would have been destroyed, like, easily by Appleton. Alright, this was a battle on the Wycombe here. I had actually had this only a couple of hours ago. This was against Cam. Now, they actually had 6 Pokemon too, and they only chose to bring 4, so that was very nice of them. So, you know, if you ever watch this video, Cam, I appreciate that. Now, the first Pokemon that we got is Articuno. I've got my Hippowdon as the lead. I like to lead off this thing. It was a good surprise factor. Most people would be expecting like a setup Stealth Rock, bulky defensive set, right? Now, at this stage, it's like, maybe I should go for a Weather Ball because it's super effective. But I don't want to tell them I've got Weather Ball, so let's go for a round. Now, we got a Freezing Glare here on my Hippowdon. I was worried about a freeze, but it was a very tiny chance, right? And Hippowdon is going to eat that one up beautifully there. So here comes the round. It's going to be doing a decent chunk of damage for a round, you got to admit, coming from Hippowdon, and getting a special attack boost. Now, this made me think that I believe that Articuno is getting hit. This should go down to a Weather Ball, right? So here comes a second Freezing Glare on my Hippowdon. I know that I can live 2, judging the damage on the first one, right? And I do. I live it very, very nicely. Now I can go for the Weather Ball, which is going to turn into a Rock-type move and double on base power, being going from 50 to 100 base power, plus 1 in special attack, and Articuno is going to get dropped. That was beautiful there. So I hope I made them giggle for that set. Next Pokemon out here is the Tapu Koko. So I was like, okay, well, I got rid of an Articuno with a special Hippowdon. I'm pretty happy about those results, right? Tapu Koko is probably going to come in and tap me right out of this battle. So it's going to be a physical set there, going for a Brave Bell. It's like, okay, this is going to do not that much damage, and I lived on 1 health. You wouldn't read about it. So anyway, Tapu Koko is going to take a little bit of damage there. Earth Power takes it out too. That's 2 Pokemon down to the Tapu Koko and the Articuno with the Hippowdon. That's crazy. That's super crazy I was able to do that. I was so lucky. The merch is available, by the way. Next Pokemon is Orbeetle. I'm going to go for the Weather Ball there, and this does a ginormous amount of damage to Orbeetle to almost take it out. And then Orbeetle's going to disrespect KO me with a Miracle. All right, I'll give them that one. That was a good troll right there. They got me back with that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so Orbeetle's only got a little bit of health there. I can easily swap in any of my other Pokemon. Man, I still got a whole nother 3 Pokemon to burn here. So we're going to go into Little Hippo. We got a Psychic coming my way from the Orbeetle. Orbeetle's not really going to be able to scratch the surface much. Sand 2 misses, which is unfortunate, and the sand is also going to end, but I can easily swap in another Sand Stream Pokemon to get that one working right. So here comes the second Psychic. Psychic's about I'd say it's a 5-hit KO on my Hippopotas there, and Sandtomb is going to take out the Orbeetle with the, that was another disrespect KO there. I had to get them back for that Miracle too. So bye-bye Orbeetle. Now they had 1 more Pokemon left, right? And this Pokemon kind of scared me a lot, right? Because it was really good against my team. It was Rillaboom. So Rillaboom's going to go for a drum beating here. And there is no way that Hippopotas, even with Everlight over just about half health, is not going to live that one. So that's all good. There's no sand up either. So I want to get that sand up. And then I'm thinking, maybe Gigalith can save the day here. Because I believe they're either going to G-Max now or G-Max on my last Pokemon if Gigalith is a failure, right? I believe they'll do it soon. So getting that sand up. And I was thinking right here, you know what? There's no point going for Automize. Let's just go for the Dynamax button and attack this Rillaboom there. If it doesn't, I believe that even if it does G-Max, I'll be able to live it because it's Gigalith in the sand. It's very bulky. And if I hit back with Gigalith's big attack there and a weakness policy, right, it's going to do a ginormous. It should take it out even in G-Max, right? It'll do like heaps and heaps of damage. Now, it's not going to G-Max. Here comes a drum beating. Does a lot of damage to me still. Like, look how much that did, right? That's going to drop my speed, so it didn't really even matter. Weakness policy is going to kick in there, and now I can attack this with, once again, with, man, Stonejourner's cousins get dropped every single battle it's getting dropped. I really want to do something one day how I edit the the big stone follower would be Stonejourner instead of like the normal stone. That'll be so funny. And that is going to take Rillaboom out. I'd say though it would have G-Max the next turn. Thank you for the battle, Cam. That was a very fast battle there. Hope you enjoyed this special Hippowdon as much as I did. Let's get on to the last battle. This one was against Dark, and we got an interesting battle here as well. Some very, very cool sets here too. Now, the first Pokemon we got here is the Espeon. I'm on another espionage mission. It's happening a couple of weeks in a row. So now, this Hippowdon set, as you know, needs to get that round up. Firstly, we're going to get to... Actually, that reminded me. I need to get some Roundup on my weeds out the front and on the side. So Espeon's going to go for a trick here, and it's going to be tricking our items around. Now, Espeon is going to be getting my bottle of throat spray, and I got heavy-duty boots. So Hippowdon with heavy-duty boots. I mean... Only on PIMPNITE's channel, right? So we're going to get a little bit of damage here on the round, and it's going to deny me of my move. Now Espeon, right, is going to go for a copycat, and it's going to copycat round, and you know what's going to happen then? It's going to be able to consume the throat spray that it stole from me. You wouldn't rude about it. So anyway, Espeon's going to have a lot of special attack. Now, I don't even know if it's got any other special attacking moves at this point. I'm going to go for Weather Ball. It's my best attack right here, and I probably need... maybe 2 more of them to take it out, right? Maybe 1, a bit close. So here we go. We got the Espeon go for a skill swap now. So it's going to swap our skills around. So this seems to be like a setting up style of Espeon. So it's going to get Sandstream, and I'm going to get Magic Bound. So going for Earth Power here on the Espeon, and that is almost enough to take it out there after the sand damage. Now the Espeon is going to go for a Wish here. It's not going to be able to live this turn, but I assume they're probably trying to set some other Pokemon up that's coming after this, right? So taking Espeon out there with a Disrespect round, and it's going to be going down. So now, currently, remember I've got Magic Bounce in my ability. Obviously, they want me to have Magic Bounce. So the Shuckle came in. I'm thinking, are they going to use Sticky Web at me and bounce it back? I'm just trying to think what they're doing, right? So Weather Ball does pretty good damage to a Shuckle, and now Shuckle's going to go for Sticky Web. So I was right in my assumption there. So Sticky Web, I'm going to be using it on them because it's bounced back. So the only reason why you'd want to put Sticky Web, I mean, there's a couple of reasons, right? They want to make their Pokemon slower, or they want to make use of the ability Contrary. And I believe they are going to try and make use of the ability Contrary, judging on the team preview. So go for a little bit of Scummy Water there on the Shuckle. I get to actually drop, but since I've got Contrary, it gave them an actually rise. Something else is rising. So the Shuckle's going to go for a Meteor Beam here, and that's actually going to drop its special attack. I'm like, what is this? And then, right, they had a White Herb to get rid of the drop, Galaxy Brain, right? So Shuckle's is about to load me up with a Meteor Beam there. Muddy Water's going to miss that, and here comes Meteor Beam from a Shuckle, right? Now, coming off Shuckle's special attack, it isn't what you call the greatest in the world. And that was a critical hit, and obviously it was resisted as well. So Shuckle really can't touch me too much. But I'm starting to see that this team may be based around all the Pokemon on the other side of the field making use of that Contrary, right? Now, the other move that's got is Mudshot there. Mudshot actually drops the speed of the opposing Pokemon. Didn't do a lot of damage there, but it's coming from a special Shuckle, right? So go for another Scummy Water, and Shuckle is going to be going down. So Espeon and Shuckle are down so far. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is Inkay. So, okay, that's cool. It's good to see Inkay. Inkay's going to get a Contrary boost, giving a speed rise, that is really going to be handy for it. It's not a very fast Pokemon. So now Inkay is going to go for a Wrap there. Wrap is going to trap my Hippowdon. Not that I was really expecting or wanting to swap. Like, not that Inkay would really make me swap, right? So going for Earth Power, it's about a 3-hit KO, right? And I believe that this will probably have something I was thinking. Perhaps it's got like superpower on it as well. And as I was thinking that, it used it right. Now Inkay is going to get a bolster in its stats there. So I've got a bolster from on its speed, and now on its defenses and attack there. I need to take this out before it gets too bulky, right? So going for Earth Power, it's a good thing I'm running a special set here. If I was running a physical set, it may not have done as much damage, right? Now Inkay is going to go for yet another superpower here on my Hippowdon. That almost took me out. It was very, very close. Unfortunately for the Inkay, I've got a good, decent amount of bulk here, and Earth Power is going to be nearly enough to take out the Inkay right there. Now, Rapper's going to take out my Hippowdon there, but Inkay is on a very, very low amount of health, so I pretty much only need 1 hit to take it out. Now, it has had a speed boost, sure, but it's not probably... I don't believe it's going to be built in speed EV. So going into my Tyranto, look, even if it is, I've got the Chopper Berry. I know that I can live. Tyranto is going to outspeed here and go for a Rock Slide, and Inkay is going to be going down there. So Inkay is down. Once again, I definitely would have lived the superpower from Inkay with the Chopper Berry. Would have done absolutely nothing. Next Pokemon to come in here is the Lurantis, right? Lurantis is going to get a boost in speed right there, which is bad because it's got a nice type matchup. It's going to be a Razor Leaf critting set. It's a clean 2-hit KO on my Tyranto. So Tyranto gets outsped there, and I'm going to go for a Rock Slide here. Rock Slide is not going to take out Lurantis. That's got to be a 2-hit KO as well. We almost sit around the same damage to each other, which is pretty interesting. So Razor Leaf is going to land once again there. Now Razor Leaf's, its base power's not too good, right? It's only 55 base power. But with that crit, it makes it a heck of a lot more powerful, right? So bye-bye Tyranto. Now, the next Pokemon I could swap in here could be my Hippopotas. I was like, nah, let's go into Gigalith. You know what's going to happen here, people. They're going to use a Grass-type move, so I thought this would be my opportunity to go for a Order to Mites, right? So Razor Leaf does not crit, thank goodness. I believe I would have lived the crit, but not very well, right? So getting that +2 in speed right there, I can go for a Dynamax now after this too. I don't really want to Dynamax my Hippopotas. It's not, it's not really cut out for Dynamaxing. It's just better with its Everlight, right? So Lance is going to take a little bit of extra damage there. I can easily go for Dynamax and take this out right now. I've got Stone Mist and I've got Explosion. I don't want to use Explosion. I don't want to use Stone Mist because, let's face it, it's probably going to miss. So let's go for that Dynamax here, right? And there's only 2 Pokemon left after this, so I've still got 2 turns of the Dynamax. So let's say at worst I had 1 turn in case my opponent used Max Guard, right? Looking at that way. So we got the Lurantis going for Protect. It's like, okay, I see that. Now instead of going for the Stone Edge, I went for Max Knuckle to try and increase my attack, right? And it took it out. It's like, wow, I thought that may actually live there, but it didn't. So down goes Lurantis there, and I get an additional plus in attack, which is kind of bad for the opponent right now because I've got a +3 in attack coming off a Gigalith. So Gigalith's attack stat is like really, really decent too. So the sand is now gone, but I can't let the sand go. I've got to get that sand flying here. Now in comes 4 Mantis. 4 Mantis are going to get it's pretty much a contrary ability Pokemon team. But it's deliberately set up so they will benefit from contrary, right? So they use their Espeon for that. So a really, really cool team here. I think I might have done something like this myself. I don't know if I set Sticky Web up on the field, but I definitely did a contrary ability Pokemon team. I know that. Anyway, so the next Pokemon and the last Pokemon is Malamar here. Malamar is going to get a contrary boost there, and Malamar is also going to be the Dynamax Pokemon too. Now, I was wondering here, how much will my attack do to them? Are they going to go for Max Guard? I wasn't really sure what was going to happen here, but I knew if I did attack them, it was going to do a really, really big amount of damage here, right? And I wasn't really sure what this set was, whether it was physical or special or, whatever like that. So Gigalith is going to be outspeeding here with the Max Rockfall. Stonejourner's cousin going to get dropped for the 69th time. And that is enough to one-shot a. Holy smokes. This Gigalith is too strong, man. And that is it for all 3 battles. I really hope you enjoyed the Sandstream Pokemon team and this absolutely broken Gigalith. All right, people. Peace out.